Cover my son's college, my brother said, tossing a crumpled paper onto my kitchen counter. A bill. $15,000. Dorms, laptop, meal plan. He leaned back in my chair like he owned it, smirking. Not happening, I said. His face hardened, but he didn't argue. He didn't need to, because later that week, I overheard him in Dad's study, low and casual. Don't worry. After Christmas dinner, he'll pay. Dad's reply was colder, final. That's his role. My role. Not son, not brother, not family, just a wallet. That night, staring at the ceiling, I felt the shift inside me. A cold, steady current. They thought they had me cornered. They forgot I was listening. So I changed the plans. Growing up, I was the dependable one, the quiet one, the one who stayed up late fixing broken things, bicycles, budgets, even people. My brother was the star, the golden boy. Every family photo had him in the center, grinning, arms wide, trophies flashing. And me, on the edge, hands in pockets, the shadow that paid for the lights to stay on. I bought groceries for Mom when Dad's investments fell through. I helped cover hospital bills when my brother broke his leg. When tuition came, I co-signed loans for my siblings. Every time, the same refrain. That's your role. I swallowed it for years until that bill landed on my table, until I heard their voices conspiring over me, like I was nothing but an ATM with a pulse. That's when the story changed. The betrayal wasn't sudden. It was a pattern I'd ignored. The Christmas lists where my kids got socks while his kids unwrapped iPads. The way Dad always looked at me when the check came, waiting, knowing. The family whispers about me being selfish if I didn't comply. But that December conversation, my brother's smug certainty, Dad's cruel confirmation, snapped the last thread. It wasn't love. It wasn't respect. It was entitlement, dressed as family. And once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. I didn't yell. I didn't confront. I planned. For 2 weeks, I smiled through their calls. I played my part. Yes, see you at dinner. Yes, I'll bring dessert. What they didn't know, Christmas dinner wasn't happening at my house this year. I quietly canceled the catering, returned the rented table, sold back the wine order. I pulled the rug from under the performance they were counting on. And then the real move. I went to the bank. For years, I'd been auto-paying Dad's car, Mom's utilities, even chipping into my brother's mortgage. I cut it all off. Every transfer, every draft, every link between my account and theirs, severed. I wasn't the wallet anymore. I was the hand closing the vault. December 25th arrived. They showed up at my house dressed for celebration. My brother carrying wine, Dad with that expectant grin, my nieces and nephews bouncing with excitement. Except there were no lights strung, no smell of food, no table set. Just me standing in the doorway, calm. "What is this?" Dad barked. "Plans changed," I said. I handed each of them a plain white envelope. Inside, copies of the auto-pay cancellations, the account closures, the legal notices that removed my name from anything tied to theirs. My brother's face paled as he scanned the paper. "What the hell is this?" "It's freedom," I said. They laughed at first, called it a joke. But the silence that followed when realization hit, that was the sound of power shifting. Dad's voice cracked first. "How could you? We depend on you." "Exactly. And you never once asked if I wanted that role." My brother slammed the envelope down. "You're screwing us over." "For what? To make a point?" "No," I said, stepping closer, lowering my voice so they had to lean in to hear, "to win the game." I told them what I heard, the bill, the plan. After Christmas dinner, he'll pay. Their eyes flickered, darting to each other, exposed. I said, You were counting on humiliating me into compliance. Instead, you've humiliated yourselves. They shouted, cursed, begged, but the truth was in their hands, in black and white. The safety net they thought eternal, gone. They weren't angry at losing my money. They were terrified at losing control. I closed the door on their voices. Inside, my own kids sat on the couch, wide-eyed, but smiling. Their gifts were simple this year: board games, books, matching sweaters. And yet, the joy on their faces was real. No manipulation, no strings, just family. For the first time in years, Christmas felt clean. Later that night, my phone buzzed endlessly. Calls, texts, guilt-laced messages. I turned it off. Because here's the truth. The chains weren't theirs to break. They were mine, and I chose to walk away. So when they went crazy, pounding at the walls of the fortress they thought they built, I didn't flinch. I smiled. Because on December 25th, I didn't just change the plans. I rewrote my role. People ask why revenge feels so sweet. It's not the anger. It's not the payback. It's the silence after. The peace, when the noise of their demands finally stops. They call me the provider, the caretaker, the one who always covered, no matter the cost. But that day, they learned something new. I'm not their wallet.